anything. I'm stating what I know to be true because I saw it and the people involved stated it out loud without shame. The Israeli prime minister pushed the U.S. president, who turned out to be far weaker than I understood, into a war that hurts the United States. That is not an attack on Jews. Israel does not represent all Jews, despite its claims. It does not. That is factually incorrect, and you know it. And so that is not an attack on an ethnic group. I am totally opposed to attacking people on the basis of their ethnicity. That's why I'm disgusted by the way that Israel treats Arabs like animals or subhumans. I oppose that. That is immoral. I oppose attacks on Jews as Jews. That is disgusting. It is immoral. These are universal principles from which I have never wavered and never will because I believe them because I'm a Christian. So, no, I reject all hatred based on ethnicity, whether it's hatred of Jews by anyone on the internet or not, or in past periods of history. And I reject the Israeli government, Smotrich and Ben-Gvir's hatred of Arabs because they're Arab. Does that bother you when an Israeli cabinet secretary stands up and describes Arabs as animals and says that we should push them off their land and kill them? Are you as upset at them as you are at me for pointing out that Netanyahu pushed us into war? Speaking of double standards, I doubt it.
You doubt it, but you can hear my newscast and you can see that it's happening. The criticism is daily. But you also gave space and room for blunt anti-Semite like Nick Fuentes. So it's combined with my previous question that maybe it's applying something that is very specific about Israelis and Jews. Because you're saying your answer is, I don't hate Jews. I'm
just one question at a time.
Questions. Okay, no. I'm just saying.
I'm not asking. No, I don't have a practice of doing anything. You're speaking to me directly now, and I'll say what I think, and you can either believe me or not. I'm not asking questions. I'm making statements, and I made a statement about what happened at the end of February when the U.S. got into this war, and it got into this war because Benjamin Netanyahu pushed the United States, and the United States leadership was weak enough to go along with it. That's a fact. It's not a theory. Nick Fuentes came on my show in October. Nick Fuentes has said anti-Semitic things. I said to Nick Fuentes, that is immoral. Anti-Semitism is immoral. Attacking people on the basis of their bloodline is immoral. Whether you do it, whether Benjamin Netanyahu does it, calling his enemies Amalek or some deranged racist thing like that is wrong. It's always wrong. And so I don't agree with that. If I did agree with it, I would say so. If I was an anti-Semite, I would just say so. I am not. I oppose anti-Semitism. I oppose anti-white hate. I oppose the hatred